Good morning, everybody. I'm getting ready to leave for a neurologist appointment, and it's gonna be a brain scan. Oh my goodness. Here. Got the last of my cold brew for the heck of it. Let me see. That and this. I'm trying to melt down the sugar. I don't even want that much coffee. Gotta wake up. Hello, hi everybody. Sorry it just got dark. I'm making cold brew. I'm getting ready to go to my neurologist appointment. Not a neurologist appointment. Well, I am going to a neurologist office, not to my main one. I'm going to get a brain scan of sorts, a 3-day one. So they're going to put a cap on my head, and then actually I get to come home for 3 days. I'm off from work for 5 days. I did just wake up. Okay, no, that's a lie. I kind of just got up out of bed is what I mean. I've been awake since maybe like, I don't know, like 7:10 or something like that. But I mean, I'm not trying to look special or anything today. I'm just going to a doctor's office, and yeah, I mean, it'll all go well. All they're going to do is like hook me up, and then I get to come home for 3 days. They're going to monitor whatever. I don't know what that thing's going to look like. Like, I'm going to be home with a cap or something on my head. I don't know. I don't know what exactly it's going to be like. And then, you've been up since 5:34. Oh my goodness. Are you up for the rest of the day? But yeah, they're just going to record what they see. And then I go back on Monday to turn it in. And then I don't see my neurologist for December. I don't see my neurologist until December, so he's going to see what the results are, if they saw anything, and he'll tell me then, all the way until December. So yeah, it's kind of just chill. I get my days off from work, which I'm really glad, because work is unnecessarily stressful. Like, why? The job itself is not hard at all, but people make it way harder than what it has to be. I'm like, please stop. They do, because I can't walk a lot. You broke your leg? When did you do that? And what are you doing? Are you, like, do you work and, like, do you have time off from work, or do you have to go into work with a broken leg? The job that I work at, they don't give you time off. You can request time off, but they make it kind of hard and difficult. Like, you can't just be like, okay, I'm not coming in, because we have a point system. It's good you have time off for it. I had a work injury, and something fell on my pinky toe and fractured it, and I still had to come into work. I got to go to the doctor and they paid for everything, but I still had to come to work. I'm like, can I have, like, these next couple days off? And they're like, no. And I was at work very uncomfortable, in a lot of pain. That was not cool. And I'm like, okay, I can't have, like, 1 or 2 days off. And other than that, my foot is fine now. I'm back to walking around work. But yeah, like, some places suck. My job, my job ain't the best, but they know, they're gonna hear from me. Let me see if you guys can see me if I sit down, like, in this. It's like, okay, cool. It's not too dark, so I can just, like, sit and chill. Let me get my other phone. Okay, there we go. I'm, like, sitting and chilling. I'm not even gonna have breakfast. I'm just not a breakfast eater. If I had gotten up early, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a banana over there. Maybe I should eat a banana. I probably should eat something, because I think my appointment's at 10, but it's an hour away. So I have to go into the main office for my doctor. Yeah, I'm just not a morning breakfast person. Like, yeah, I just make myself eat something just in case, like, oh, what if I get really hungry all of a sudden, and, like, I can't do anything about it because I'm busy with work or busy at this doctor's appointment. I don't know. But, yeah, this appointment that I have to go to is an hour away. The office is an hour away. It's not my regular doctor's office. No, you're two heads. You're two heads. You're actually, oh my god, you're 1 hour ahead of me. Um, it's 8:31 for me right now. You're 1 hour ahead. So I still have some time. Oh my god. But yeah. Hopefully getting there will be fine, because I've never been over there. Excuse me for not using names of places, because you know, protect your identity online. But I've never been to this city that I have to go to. It's an hour away. Yeah, time zones. But yeah, so I'm just like, okay, well, that'll be a fun new experience to go to some place, to some other place. And so my mom's actually coming with me, which is why I'm not just heading out the door right now. She said she wanted to come with me. My husband wanted to come with me, but he couldn't get off of work because his schedule had already come out. But he's going to be with me on Monday when we go back. So, not that today we couldn't have gone over there and done something because I'm assuming I'm gonna have a goofy scan cap on my head. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna go over there, come back home, and then on Monday when we go back and we take it off, I still have the whole day off. So my husband's gonna be with me, and we're gonna go look around because we've never been over there, and we're just like, oh, wonder what's happening over here. But also, we really like coffee shops, so there's like coffee shops everywhere. Local coffee shops is what I mean. So so we're just like, okay, when we get over there, we're gonna just like Google local coffee shops and see what pops up. Hopefully something pops up and we'll be like, hey, we got to visit a new local place, you know? I work at Walmart. I'm saying that right now, which you could kind of guess, like if you watch my videos and you see my work vest, I don't actually show you the logo on my work vest, but if you shop at Walmart, you could have guessed where I work at. Um, but you don't know what Walmart I work at. But we got new vests. We got new vests at Walmart. We're back to the dark blue instead of that light blue that they had us wearing. So in future videos, you'll see me if I'm recording in my work vest, which isn't too often. But you'll see me in the new dark blue work vest that we have, not the past light blue one, which it was crazy. I'm sure other Walmart locations didn't make their employees do this, but our office lady was just like, you take a new blue one and you're going to throw your light one away. And like some of us was just like, can we keep the light one? And she was like, no, nobody's keeping it because I mean, I'm not a fan of Walmart. I'm not a fan of Walmart. I was desperate for a job and I took the first one that came my way, unfortunately. It wasn't my first interview. I had a ton of interviews, but either people actually told me no or they straight up didn't send me a reply back at all. And I had I had applied to Walmart years before and never heard anything from them in the past. And this time, I don't know what changed that I actually even got a response for a job interview. And I was desperate to get away from Starbucks. I previously worked at Starbucks, and Starbucks is absolutely horrendous. I do not like the company anymore. They're crazy. Don't like Starbucks. No, no, no. I don't work for Starbucks anymore. I don't ever plan on ever working for Starbucks ever again in the future. I could say I do not like Starbucks. And I was very much desperate to get away from them. Walmart was not my first choice ever of going to, but I was that desperate to get away from Starbucks and I needed a job. I could not just quit my job and not have any money coming in. That would have been an absolutely horrendous thing. And so, yeah, I was like, I gotta leave. And yes, I used to work at Starbucks. It was terrible. And, yeah, now I'm at Walmart. That's why I'm at Walmart. Um, I was never even a customer. I would, on a rare occasion, step into the local, the neighborhood Walmart, the small Walmart, because I would go to my local library, and the neighborhood Walmart was by the local library. So on a rare occasion, I would step into the neighborhood Walmart, but like literally, that was like a rare occasion. It had been a good while since I had even been in a neighborhood Walmart before I got my job. And then, gosh, I can literally tell you the last time that I had walked into the Walmart that I currently work at was probably, oh goodness, probably 2015. Yeah, probably 2015, because the Walmart that I work at is by the community college that I was going to at the time. I'm not, gosh, it's been that long, literally, like I said, 2015. That was the last time that I had been in the current Walmart that I'm working at. So I know I didn't know any of the people working there. None of them knew me. Not that that matters in any case about getting a job. Wait, spill the tea on Starbucks or Walmart? I can't talk a ton about Walmart, okay? I currently still work there. But Starbucks? Are you talking about Starbucks? Because I was from a unionized store. I helped unionize our Starbucks. So, excuse me, I'm all for the Starbucks union. Don't like Starbucks. Our store unionized last year. The Starbucks store that I worked at unionized in 2024 at the beginning of 2024. So if anyone is considering working at Starbucks, don't do it. Don't do it. Please do not work at Starbucks. It's horrendous. I was a supervisor. I had actually worked for Starbucks back in 2019. I actually liked it back then. I had been a barista multiple times at different jobs throughout the years. Hello, good morning. It's morning for me. I don't know what time it is for you. But yeah, Starbucks. I worked back in 2019. I was a supervisor. I left because I became a nurse aide, and then I returned in 2021. I had been working in the hospital during COVID, and I needed to get away because I got really sick. I needed to get away, so I completely left being a nurse aide. I went back to Starbucks in 2021 because I thought it was a good company. I liked it previously, and me being a barista, I knew something like I could do. I knew Starbucks, and I went back to being a supervisor, and like I was fine with COVID protocols that they had, because COVID is still a thing. I have not gotten COVID since I got COVID one more time outside of, I forgot what time it was. Maybe sometime in 2021 again, like I got COVID again, something like that. I don't remember. Ever since then, I haven't gotten COVID, so I make sure hand sanitizer, keep things clean for myself, wear a mask, whatever. Don't want COVID again. Ugh. I haven't gotten the flu in a very long time. Stay vaccinated, all that. Anyways, I when I first went back to Starbucks, they had the COVID protocol still in place. Then they started slowly taking it away because they wanted to get back to Starbucks. Back and forth, kept wanting to get back to Starbucks. Literally such a mess. The original The original, oh gosh, I can't even remember everyone. The new guy's name is Brian Nichols. That's the new CEO, right? CEO in charge of Starbucks, whatever. Brian Nichols is the new guy. Howard Schultz is the original guy that was with Starbucks forever. He thought he was going to retire. He handed it over to a different CEO who lasted maybe a year. And so they had that CEO was trying to make Starbucks into, especially every other business. They brought in popping boba at Starbucks. Sorry, absolutely terrible. Starbucks claims to be a coffee shop, and then they're doing everything that other non-coffee shop places do. And then this Brian Nichols guy is just like, he came in, he was like, no, we're actually getting back to Starbucks. We're going to, we're not going to do gimmicks. Then he brought in protein powders, which this is brand new. This has nothing to do with me, but he brought in protein powders that apparently are disgusting. I have not tried them, not interested. But, like, especially with the whole dress code thing, which I knew was going to be a big problem. I left after they decided that they were going to go back to the dress code, which was like years ago. Like, you can only wear black. You can only wear black now to Starbucks, and that wasn't even a thing back in 2019 when I first started at Starbucks. Like, that's old Starbucks. So can you imagine these people that you don't pay enough, and with the decent pay that you get at Starbucks, they cut your hours all the time. They wanted you to get completely brand new shoes, all black shirts, and if you can imagine, you probably bought new clothes, which could be any shirt, any color shirt, as long as it didn't have a print on it. Now you couldn't wear any of that. You had to spend more money on all black clothes. They were like, oh, we're giving you 2 black Starbucks shirts, and you might work 5 days a week, which is a lie. I know baristas who work every day of the week because they need money to pay their bills. Oh, thank you about my hair. I washed it yesterday. Usually I have it styled, but I had to wash all product out of my hair for my brain test that I have today. So it's gonna look a little funny, like just, which you're not gonna be able to see anything. Okay, I don't know. Am I gonna wear a cap? I'm gonna find out when I go there. Obviously, they're gonna put it on my head, but yeah, it's freshly washed from yesterday, and I can't have any leave-in conditioner, no hairspray, no gel. I can't have anything in my hair. So, thank you for the compliment, though. Thank you. But Starbucks, just, gosh, we got lucky with our manager, who then retired. Shout out to Reggie. He retired in good time. I'm like, Reggie, please. Like, there's so much back and forth. I mean, everybody was like stressed before. I mean, they just kept going back and forth with the damn CEOs, and he retired. Then we got our incoming manager, and so our store unionized not because of our manager. A lot of people do unionize their store because their manager is hardcore trying to follow Starbucks. Our manager tried to help us out. Our one who retired, he tried to help us out, and we honestly, that was like the last thing, was him leaving. For me, was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely like looking. I know crazy things are coming. I knew crazy things were gonna come. So I contacted the union. They helped us organize our store and get it unionized. We had a vote. We all had a vote, and only one person from our store voted no. Um, but yeah, so majority of our store voted to unionize. And then I know, of course, they were stressing out our new manager. She was a brand new person to the company. And I know they're stressing her out. Ugh. And, gosh, I made it one more year. I told myself I'm giving Starbucks one more year. And then I gotta get out of there. And I shouldn't have even given them a year, but I did. Um, I gave them one more year, and I actually had gone on leave of absence in December. I thought, oh, I'll relax. I was so tired from Starbucks that my body just crashed for a month. I was so sick for a month. And I should have extended my leave of absence, but I didn't. I came back to work, and I was just like, I should have been looking for a job. But the reason why we wind up staying is because we love our freaking coworkers. So I miss my coworkers. Of course, I still talk to them. So I I yeah, was desperate for a job, and that's why I'm working at Walmart. Like I said earlier, not my first pick of places to work at, but I was so desperate to get away from Starbucks. I just escaped to Walmart, and Starbucks, they offer to pay for your school, but either a lot of people get their hours cut so they can't even go to school, they can't even be accepted into the program because you have to work. I forgot how many hours you have to work. 20 hours? Is that all it is? I forgot what it was. I was a supervisor, so I was getting like 30 plus hours. Um but either way, even though I could have been accepted to go to school, I was so tired all the time. I was so drained all the time. I didn't even want to go to school. So I didn't even know Walmart also pays for your school. I went to Walmart, learned that they had school too, and then I went ahead and talked to them, and now I'm in school. I was with Starbucks for 4 years and felt like I could never go to school. I'm at Walmart, and I've been in school. This is my first semester back to school. I'm determined to get a bachelor's in business. That's what I'm going for. And maybe I'll be at Walmart for the next 2 years or something so that I can get my school finished. And I'll have something added to my resume to be like, hey, someone else please hire me. I went to school, please. Please, I just want to sit in an office, please. So, hi, Sarah. Hi, hello. So, Starbucks says, "Oh, we have these benefits. You can't even use the benefits. It's horrendous." And they have, like, I think it was Lyra that they also have Starbucks. And the majority of people, including myself, say that Lyra doesn't even work. You can try different therapists to talk to, and it's just like not helping at all. I know one person out of the many people who have tried the therapist service that Starbucks offers. Only one person said she lucked out, and got like a good therapist that helped her out. But also, it's because this therapist did not follow the Starbucks program that they had to follow. They also had to follow like some Starbucks program. And so this therapist did not follow the Starbucks program, and that's why they were a good therapist to this one person that I know. Bye, Sarah. So even the things that Starbucks offers, it's not good, or you can't even use it because you don't have time or you don't even have the energy for it. Like, I know people who are part-time with Starbucks, and it's just, I don't know, it's just being so exhausted and stressed out that you're getting there. I know, to that's your job that you're licensed for, and you're partnered with Starbucks, and you can't even work the way that you would be able to work by yourself outside of Starbucks. It's crazy. My goodness. So, um, I'm trying to think. What was one of the other things, like, when it comes to Starbucks? Oh, just I have a friend who's working with Starbucks, and she said, she was like, I don't know, I just feel like I want to throw up. And I was like, that's the anxiety. And she was like, is it really? And I'm like, yes, that's the anxiety. I had nausea medicine. My doctor had to give me nausea medicine because I told her, I was like, I just feel like I want to throw up on a daily basis. Like, I feel like nauseous, like I want to throw up. I had to take nausea medicine almost every day just to go to work. And ever since I've left Starbucks, nope, don't take the nausea medicine. It's just sitting in my cabinet forever. I had to take it every day to work at Starbucks because when I would wake up in the morning, nausea, just because I did not want to go to work. So, yeah, just the anxiety and like mental fog that Starbucks give you. And exactly, like this job, like barista jobs can be a little bit a little stressful in the sense, not from what Starbucks is. Like I said, I've worked for different places. And I worked for Nordstrom, and I worked for this coffee shop called Summer Moon, which don't recommend them either, just because I have a lot to say about the family that owns Summer Moon. Horrible experience for a completely different reason. The hello, the a barista job, you have to learn all the drinks. So that can be a little stressful. Like, oh, you get a ticket. Oh my god, don't remember what this drink is, and you do have to hurry. You can't take forever to make a drink because then your drinks pile up. So there's a normal stress to it. Um and that's not even the stress of Starbucks. That's not the stress of Starbucks. Like it is a busy coffee shop because it's a ton of people go to Starbucks. A lot of people know Starbucks. A lot of people who don't even go to Starbucks know the siren logo. And so a barista job is stressful to begin with. Once you've worked a barista job, you understand the flow of it, you get used to your routine, then it's not as stressful. What's stressful about Starbucks is everything that they do to you there. Like, you're never fast enough. And and you have all the same customers, if not more. You have more customers at Starbucks than you do your local coffee shops. And oh my goodness, I'm trying to think that how to explain this. Think how to explain this. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Okay. I'm like, that's okay. I just like lost my thought about what I was comparing Starbucks to regular coffee shops. Just how stressful and busy you could be, and that people who are part time, probably not even getting their hours, are that stressed out from Starbucks. And I was there as a supervisor 30 hours, freaking out. Just, oh my gosh. If anybody is looking to work at Starbucks, don't do it. You know what? I remembered I was going to say, because you'd be really busy and you'd have a full floor. And now they cut back how many baristas are on the floor, but extended hours at the store. And everybody is so tired, you can't even call somebody in if somebody calls out. So you might be working two baristas for that same massive crowd of people. That's that. But yeah, that's that. I think that's what I was saying in the middle of it. It took me a while to even remember what the heck I was saying. I am still drinking my coffee. It's nearly 9 o'clock for me finally. Um, I'm like texting my mom. I'm like, "Are you almost here?" I'm like waiting for what she says. But oh, she said she's gonna be late. Are we gonna get there in time? How fast is she gonna drive? Might have to call them. But guys, yeah, that's the Starbucks tea. I'm like trying to think of things that happened on a daily basis that were ridiculous. Pizza place? Is it called Pizza Place? Is it like, oh, at a pizza place? Okay, I thought it was. I thought you said, I didn't see the A. I thought it was like some pizza place that was called Pizza Place. But I've heard a lot of crazy things about pizza jobs. Actually, food jobs are ridiculous. I'm trying to think of. So I worked at a BJ's restaurant, and then I worked at Nordstrom, my first coffee shop. That was the first coffee shop that I worked for, was Nordstrom. And then I went to Summer Moon, which was terrible. Don't recommend that coffee shop at all. Don't like them. And I went to Starbucks for 9 months. That's when I went to Starbucks for the first time. And then I got my job at a senior living. And then I started working in the hospital. And then I worked for a grocery store. I ran away from the hospital, worked for a grocery store for a few months. Ran into somebody that I had worked with at Starbucks before, and I thought to reapply to Starbucks. And then my previous manager hired me back to Starbucks. And I'm pretty sure I said everything. And then I was at Starbucks for 4 years. And now I'm at Walmart, which I've been at Walmart for 5 months now. I think I said everything correctly. Oh gosh, when I did the job, a guy was banging on the window and I couldn't go to my car. Yeah, I've heard people that happened to them working at Starbucks. I worked the closing shift, like late night closing shift at my first Starbucks, and I knew one of my coworkers had someone practically stalking her, like a crazy customer who should have been banned. Like, they were horrendous. I had even met that customer, and they were like stalking one of my coworkers. It was terrible. She had to get like walked out to her car like every shift that she worked. It was so messed up. And like, I know people from like other Starbucks that say that, yeah, they walk each other out to their cars just in case. And I'm like, wow, guys, okay. Um yeah, the my third Starbucks was outside of a mall, so we had lighting, and our parking lot was like directly in front of us, so all of us would be able to go out to our cars at the same time. There was like nowhere somebody could hide. And also, like, even though our Starbucks would be closing, like, some other businesses would still be open because the mall would be closed, but like, we would have like food places around us, so it wasn't so bad. um but yeah, like, having, yeah, it's not good. Some places that you work and there's customers creeping on you for whatever reason, depending on what neighborhood you're in, and just if someone's stalking you, which hopefully that never happens, but I know it's happened to some people. It's not good. But someone commented Starbucks is the best, but unfortunately I disagree. I literally, in the past and now, I only go to Starbucks just to visit my coworkers, to say hi to whoever I know that's working there. Oh wow. Were you the one who said, so Florida's an hour ahead of us? I'm in Texas. Because it's like nearly 8 o'clock now for me. Oh, I lied. I'm tired. It's nearly 9 o'clock now for me. The time's already gone by. But if you're considering getting a job at Starbucks, I recommend you don't do it. Hi, hello. Pick something else, because the company of Starbucks, I don't know what they're going to do. Also, they just closed a ton of locations and all those people lost their jobs. Some of them might have been transferred to other stores, but I literally saw a post online about somebody who was a manager. They worked for the company for 20 plus years and she just lost her job. They like told these stores the week of, they're like, you're closing in a few days, and they closed 100, more than 100 Starbucks across the country. So thanks for all the comments. That's so random, but thanks for all the comments. But please don't work for Starbucks. If you're needing a job, don't go, because they'll most likely hire you, because guess what? People are quitting. People are quitting because it's horrendous there. But like, even at my last store, like, they were telling me they hired somebody. This person's so stressed out because they were barely trained, they barely know the recipe, the new manager is yelling at them, and I'm just like, it's so unfair. Don't even consider applying to Starbucks. Like, I'm just like, oh my god. It's so disappointing because, again, like, I worked at Starbucks previously and went back because I did like it before. And I'm just like, I had to get out of there. And nobody apply there, please. They're all bad. They're all ridiculous. I don't know what they're going to do about the future of Starbucks. And Also, going back to talking about the union, you hurt your back at work or just now? But talking about the union, like we were supposed to have a contract at the end of last year. I was my store's union delegate, which basically means that I went to these meetings and I voted on what we wanted to have in our union contract. No. Are you at home? You said you just hurt your back now. Did you hurt your back at home? Sit down and get some rest. Don't do that. I have an injured lower back. It's bad for you. But yeah, Starbucks skipped out on the union meeting, and we were supposed to have a union contract by the end of last year, but Starbucks sucks and they won't go back to the bargaining table so that we can approve an official contract. So again, Starbucks just being poo-poo. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you. And thank you. Like I've been enjoying talking to you this whole entire time and seeing your comments, so I greatly appreciate it. You said you make YouTube videos too, right? Because I can totally go look at yours. I will. Also, I can see that like when you subscribe to me, so it'll definitely be easy for me to look at your thing. So I'm glad that we can subscribe to each other. But yeah, Starbucks and the union, like Starbucks sucks. Starbucks sucks. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to see. 9:16. Okay. Oh, I enjoyed talking. Make dragon puppets. The cutie dragon. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get going because my mom should actually be here to get me now so that I can go to my brain scan. But I guess I'll see you guys later. But thank you for the chat. Really, I'm glad that I was able to talk with you in the comments. Thank you. I might be live again today, maybe, because like I said, I'm literally off for the next 5 days, and whenever I'm home, I do go live, just depending. If I'm home, yeah, I go live. So maybe I might be live later, but I never have anything scheduled. Whenever I do my lives, they are random. So it's not guaranteed, but maybe I will. But yeah. Maybe you'll see me. What? My brother, Chris? I'm literally about to go. You just jumped in. Is that my brother? You got to answer me. I'm literally about to go. If you're my brother, I'm going. Look, my brother also works at Starbucks. Oh, you're on your lunch. My brother also works at Starbucks. I was just talking about how Starbucks is terrible. I gotta go get my brain scan, Chris. I'm going. Mom's coming to get me, and then I'm gonna go get my brain scan. See ya. Thanks for joining my live. Take care of yourself, Chris. Because Starbucks is dumb. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.